Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Geeking and.
Whoa.
Okay, let's go.
Starting out the show right.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Geeking and Drinking. This
Hey,
is
Will Smith, chill out.
Yeah. Episode 65. Eddie,
Steven.
and we are joined by one of our very best friends, Alex. Simply Alex.
Great to be here, guys, and hello to all you beautiful people watching this episode right now.
Hell yes. So like I said, this is episode 65. It's been a little while since we shot one of these, but, whatever. There is some stuff want to talk about, but mainly what we're going to be talking about today would mainly be WrestleMania. We have Alex here. All three of us love wrestling. We all watch WrestleMania, so if you're into wrestling, this can be the show that you want to watch. But we're also going to talk about some other quick news stuff. But man. So how you guys feeling? It's Friday night. I'm feeling good.
Feeling really good to get everything started. And since we were going to base this kind of off of a WrestleMania kind of theme, I went and got some Broken Skulls for us, bro.
Nice.
I did get one 4-pack of each. I got the new one and their IPA, so y'all tell me which one you want.
Give me the American lager.
Give me IPA. So for those of y'all that don't know, I'm pretty sure you do know, but
I'm going to go with the American lager.
El Segundo Brewing Company, I believe they're in California. They have they made their Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA, which came out. It's been a while. I think we've had the beer on the show once. Like maybe I don't remember. But if you've probably seen it around. But recently, it just came out another one, Broken Skull American Lager. This one's coming in at 4.3, I believe, in alcohol, and not too
4.8.
4.8.
Okay, but it's a lager, so. Yeah, man. Here, you don't have to use a glass. It's up to you. But
I use the glass since I'm on the podcast and everything.
Yeah. How you doing, bro? I know
Doing good.
I know you had work today.
Bit of a long day, long week actually.
Yeah, like I said, at the time when we're recording this, it is Friday night, so it's time to loosen up, pour some beers, and talk some fucking wrestling. Well, after we talk about some other stuff, I've got some things that I want to take a slap at.
Zing.
So yeah, guys, like I said, this is El Segundo's Broken Skull IPA and Broken Skull American Lager. Steve Austin, in honor of WrestleMania weekend last weekend. So cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Boom.
Boom.
You know what? Fuck it. Happy Fiesta too. Here in San Antonio, Fiesta's a big thing. Do you do Fiesta at all?
Not really. If someone invites me, yeah, but me and myself, it sounds like the lame ass here, but it's just it's not really my thing.
Yeah. What about you, bro? I know you know.
Not too much. I know sometimes we'll go do the parade every now and then, but everything else not so much.
Dude, I went to the Oyster Bake.
Just don't have enough money for it.
I went to the Oyster Bake Festival last week, and for why? I don't understand why we have an Oyster Bake Festival at Fiesta. I don't know. Maybe there's something there that I don't get. But anyway, we got there, and it was within an hour that we saw one oyster. It's like, where are the oysters? What's funny though? They had three or four different stages. They had a Tejano stage, a country music stage, a mix, kind of like Mix 96.1 kind of genre, and then they had a rock stage, and fucking Puddle of Mud was playing. And
they play every year there.
They had a pretty big crowd.
It's either them or Chevelle. I've noticed that.
Oh, dude, why couldn't Chevelle be there? That'd been cool. Chevelle's awesome. Puddle of Mud, not really. But it was funny because they actually had a pretty big crowd. But it was so funny. It's the one thing you would expect from a band like Puddle of Mud. The lead singer is like, "This is our last song. Does anybody out there smoke weed?
Oh.
It's like, wow.
It's like, come on, bro, stay sober.
Relax.
That was funny. I was just like, I don't know. I don't know. I think last time I heard that dude was like kind of not psycho, but like, was in the news for like doing something.
I think he broke into his ex-girlfriend's home.
Yeah, he got like arrested.
So
for
that song
like that,
"Psycho"
yeah.
that he wrote was basically about him.
Ooh, yeah, man. So, before we get into the WrestleMania stuff, I have like a couple of just kind of newsworthy topics. I'm gonna run real quick. I'm just gonna list them all at once. You guys could pick or choose which ones you want to talk about, or we could just say something about each of them. But like I said, I'm gonna just run through them really fast, all of them. So,
Let's do it.
the 90-something Whoever Cares Oscar ceremony was 2 weeks ago, and one thing that everybody's talking about, which is kind of getting annoying at this point, but I mean it's news. Will Smith going up on stage and slapping Chris Rock in the face for making a joke about his wife. Morbius came out, and it's being met with shitty reviews, saying that it's a shitty movie with a shitty post-credit scene.
Well, I still plan on going to see it.
Let's see what else.
Unless it makes it to streaming before I get to go see it.
Okay. Marvel's Moon Knight is in its second week at the time of this recording. I'm not sure how much you watch in Marvel shows, but I know we've watched all of them, and so that one's been met with mixed reviews.
So far, I'm digging it. I'm liking it. It's pretty cool. It's interesting. It's something different, and that's what I like about the Marvel shows is they all bring something different to the table. So.
And
well, for me, I got a lot catching up to do with work, the long hours, then sending me out of town. It doesn't help either.
You don't think that pass the time though? Like, what do you do on the plane? Like, you don't watch anything?
I got no Wi-Fi up there, nothing.
No, planes don't have Wi-Fi. Oh, you can't. Wait.
I could have sworn last time I tried logging into their Wi-Fi, they're like, "Oh, you gotta pay this fee." I'm like,
"Oh, you have to pay a fee."
I know, I'm not paying no fee.
I don't know why I always thought like it was just free on an airplane. I don't know. I've never been on an airplane, so I wouldn't know.
I just try to sleep it off and everything. Try to at least.
And I think the last thing I wanted to bring up, at least as far as I can think of, I know how a lot of other ones thought about earlier, but I already forgot them. What's it called? Jim Carrey says he wants to retire from acting. Sonic 2 will be his last movie. So
he's gonna retire too. He's following in the steps of Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis.
Dude. Oh, no. Come on. Anyway. Yeah, so I know for me, like it's kind of getting tiring at this point to hear about it, but like that slap and shit, like I remember I was just hanging out Sunday, and actually you had sent a video, and it had it, and I was watching. I'm like, at first I was like, wait, like what? And then I was like, this has to be fake, and then of course you see him yelling on stuff. I'm like, hold on, and then as soon as you sent that to me, I just started looking it up and started coming up everywhere, and then just the week that followed it, and continue on to today, we got the latest news of it is that Will Smith is banned from the Oscars for the next 10 years. So anyway, like I just getting tired of hearing about it, but like when you guys first saw it, like what was your reaction? Like I was just like, what the fuck? And then when I realized it was real, I'm like, that's wild. Like,
well, I thought it was pretty fake at first because I'm like, well, that's a pretty weak ass slap.
That's what people were saying too, especially
it sounds so soft. Like when he hits, like, ugh, like, oh, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me.
Especially because like he played Muhammad Ali, and you think he would know how to throw a punch. But
well, I don't think he was trying to knock him out.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, I'm pretty sure he wasn't trying to knock him out, because if he would have knocked him out, he would have. I mean, you would like to think he would have definitely got arrested. I mean, he wasn't.
They definitely would have escorted him out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. It's just.
I don't know. At first, when I first saw it, it was just kind of like, okay, like, for real, like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
Did the Fresh Prince really just do that?
Dude, my favorite like tweet after that was somebody saying they're like, Will Smith's gonna have to go live in Bel Air with his aunt and uncle now. So yeah, and then like I said, the whole Moon Knight thing, we're 2 episodes in, and I wasn't really hyped for the show at all. You know, it's just like, okay, it's gonna come out. You know, whatever. Like, I'm more just waiting for Obi-Wan the show to come out. But so the first episode came. I was like, okay, it's fine, whatever. A lot of people seem to have opinions on it, and I'm just like, when this show was first announced, people, one of the first things they said was that this is it's like Marvel's Batman because it's Moon Knight. I'm like, no, it's not. It's the furthest thing from that. And then, like, now everybody's like a Moon Knight expert. They're watching the show and they have they're just like, oh, it's not by the source material, blah blah. I'm just like, shut up, like, just, oh my god, like, it's neither good, it's neither bad. It's fine. If anything, Oscar Isaac's really killing it. But other than that, what are you feeling about it?
I mean, other than like the hardcore comic fans, does anybody even really know who this character is? I mean, like, I knew of him from the comic books, but I never really like read any of the comic books. If anything, I maybe had like one or two of his comics, and even at that, it was like featuring something. It was like a little mini series or something like that.
Where he just like pops in or something.
Like one of them was featuring Spider-Man. This is the only reason why I got it. Is like Moon Knight featuring Spider-Man. I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get this one. Cool.
I don't know. It's just like people are just like up in arms about it. I'm just like, it's fine.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the way the character looked in the comic books. He looked fucking bad. I mean, he kind of did remind me of like a Batman, but with all white and stuff like that. And the glowy eyes. But I mean, to say like this is Marvel's Batman, you can't say that.
I just remember everybody kept saying that, and it was just like, no, it's not. Like, it's really not.
Batman is Batman.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just whatever.
And even as far as when the show was announced, I was like, cool. That'd be interesting to see. I want to see how this is gonna play out.
Yeah.
Wasn't excited about it. Everything, two of the main shows I'm really excited for is one of the Marvel ones is Miss Marvel, and the other one is the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Yeah. We gotta catch you up on this stuff.
I know, it's like
So let's get past this. Let's move into some stuff we can all talk about. Because last weekend, right? Was last weekend?
This past weekend?
Yeah. WrestleMania, what number was it?
38.
38, yeah, WrestleMania 38.
In the home of the NFL Cowboys.
I don't know what that was. I have no idea what the hell that was. But anyway, WrestleMania 38 was... And apparently now it's multiple nights. I guess during COVID when they started doing that, right?
Yes.
And
when Gronk hosted it in the bubble.
24/7 titled that night.
Yeah. Yeah, man. In AT&T Center in Dallas, or AT&T Stadium, whatever you want to call it.
Home of the NFL Cowboys.
Home of the NFL Cowboys.
Just say Dallas Cowboys. You don't have to say it like that.
Right. Everybody knows who the Dallas Cowboys are. You don't have to just I don't know. Maybe it's like a rights thing, or like you have to mention NFL because I don't know. It was weird. But anyway, I think all of us, or we watched night 1 and 2 in the same night. General, the whole show, I thought it was really good. It really impressed me. There was some stuff I'm just like, yeah, whatever, could do without, but like majority of the show like really impressed me. Like, it was fun, it was exciting, and it got people talking. So what'd you think of the show? Did you like it?
I enjoyed it for the most part. Yeah.
Do you like the 2-night thing?
Yes and no. Maybe they should do like a 5-hour night. That's how I feel.
Because it used to start early, right? Like, it used to start like at
6, be over by 10:30, 11 the latest.
I know.
At one point.
And what do you think about the whole show, Steven?
I don't know. I mean, it was just kind of weird. I mean, it is, for me, who used to watch wrestling a lot back in the day, especially when I was younger. The 2-night thing was just is always kind of been weird to me. I thought they only did it because like you said, because of the whole COVID thing. So they were trying to keep not have as many people together, so they, they're trying to separate it as much as possible. And I guess, just maybe they found some type of success or some type of thing that, they just decided, let's just keep it this way and, do two nights, it was just kind of weird. But overall, I did have some complaints and some, like, cool.
I just feel like they want to share the spotlight with everybody. You know, they want to get everyone at least to get their 15 minutes in there at least.
Yeah.
For the 2 night things.
Well, like,
and then they're gonna do it again next year in Hollywood, 2 nights. Then we announced it.
Like, and I heard one of the complaints for night 2 was that, like, because it was pretty long. We started at 6,
7,
and then it went up to like what 11:30.
Yeah.
And like you know, like we're like I was like I thought this whole 1 night, 2 night thing was supposed to shorten the show. Like, and it's really long. And like I heard one of the complaints was like, oh, like they spent majority of night 2 like just doing every single highlight from night 1 and like I'm just like, we just saw this. Why do we gotta keep replaying it? Like I get it, like replay the good stuff, but like every single little thing, like it was just they had a lot of like, you know, outside coverage, whatever. But so we get night 1. Some of the main matches on night 1. Do you have a list of there?
Yeah, I got it.
Or a list of the matches we could.
What
just...
was the first match?
Well, obviously the first match was the Usos and Shinsuke and
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke
Oh,
Nakamura
and
Rick Boogs.
Boogs. Dude, that apparently he injured his knee pretty bad.
Yeah.
Also, a legitimate thing.
I mean,
yeah, it was legitimate. Like they had to carry him out of the arena and shit.
Which kind of sucks because I mean he came out with that badass intro.
Oh yeah,
I missed that part.
He played
his guitar, right?
Yeah,
as a flying V.
Yeah,
dude, it was pretty badass. I was like, damn, I was like, it's really cool.
Like they walked all the way down. He was just there like.
That was pretty cool. That was a good way to open the show. That was pretty cool. But like, man, I'm getting just tired of the Usos. Like, I could have saw them like as a Hardy Boy type of crew if they just didn't shove them down our throats like they do their fucking cousin. Anyway, yeah, I'm getting tired of the Usos. Like, I get why they're gonna keep the championship, and we'll get to that later when we talk about the main event. But like, I'm getting tired. It seems like every WrestleMania I watch, there's a tag team match with the Usos for the tag team championships, and they always win. So I'm just like, it's the same thing every year. I don't know.
So just to kind of clarify as well, every single match was a pinfall. No submissions, no disqualifications, all pinfalls.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
So what's your opinion on the Usos and their reign of tag team champions?
Well,
they're the SmackDown tag team, right?
Yeah.
SmackDown. Yeah. Who was it? I think it was Jimmy or Jay that got a DWI.
Oh yeah, and so the other one was kind of got a singles push.
Yeah,
and he even went up for the.
That was Jay. I think it was Jay Uso.
Yeah, and he even went up against Roman, right?
Yes.
I thought that was cool. I liked when they did that. Like,
cousin versus cousin,
Yeah, but then like they just essentially made him Roman's bitch, and then
then
the other one came back and he just
chill out, Nancy. This is my bitch.
Yeah, like they just ended up just being Roman's bitches and just like is that what you guys want to be? Like just in the shadow of your cousin this whole time? Like I don't know. It's just annoying. Anyway, that's what I have to say about that.
Well, Jimmy was the one, now that I think about it, was the one who got the DWI, and WWE just dismissed it, saying, act like it never happened, and give them tag team championships. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Way to go, Vince.
One of them is married to Naomi, right? And the other one's married to Tamina.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's weird though, right? Well, I don't want to say weird, but I mean, like, in order for like a lot of these wrestlers, to find love or whatever, because since they travel so much, they all just kind of hook up with each other. I guess I don't know.
Just like, hey, we're gonna roll along. You want to just start something?
Speaking of which, I don't know, you guys are I know we all follow W Superstars, but Carmella got married, I think yesterday with what's his name?
Yeah.
Corey Graves.
Yeah.
And it was funny because like they're showing like I forgot who posted pictures. But like it's all W Superstars, and you get Dean Ambrose in the middle, John Moxley.
Moxley was there, dude.
He was dressed up like
he was all like, dude. He would like
his leather jacket.
He looked like he was dressed.
A fanny pack.
He looked like he was dressed in his character, John Moxley. I don't know if that's his real name or not, but like. Yeah, he's just dressed up as his character. Like, what the fuck is going on?
You're like, so this is not a wrestling match. Whoops.
He's ready to scrap. So that's what I think about the Usos. Whatever. What was the next match?
All right, so the next match we're gonna skip because it was just Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin.
We didn't even watch that, right?
Yeah,
I mean, the only, I guess the cool part was with his sword, he took down the.
He like cut two of the ropes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not even that. He was supposed to cut like 3 of them. He cut.
I would have
two
been
of them.
pissed off as like the events guys that put that together. Like, mother, really, dude?
Now
I gotta
do it
fix
again.
that.
Yeah.
I feel like that was planned though.
That was like their intermission.
Because wasn't he swinging at who did he fight?
Madcap Moss.
Oh,
Well, he fought Happy Corbin.
Like, didn't he swing at one of them and like
Madcap?
Yeah, okay.
The guy with the suspenders and the short shorts.
Yes.
and he like okay.
So that was probably the best thing of that. We all knew McIntyre was going to win that.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
So the next one that was actually really good and a lot of people were talking about was the Rey and Dominic Mysterio versus The Miz and Logan Paul.
You know, Logan Paul did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, and I hate like he always kind of annoyed me, but like anytime anybody shows some love to Eddie Guerrero, I'm like, oh, okay, like, and he did a pretty good frog splash. I'm not gonna lie, he did a pretty good frog splash, and he did the Three Amigos.
The Three Amigos.
Oh, like that was cool. I liked it.
Explain it for people who don't know the Three Amigos.
The Three Amigos is basically, it was a move Eddie Guerrero did where he would just suplex them. And he would do this thing with his legs and like turn him and like, and just another one to the thing again. And then a last suplex. And it was just always kind of Eddie Guerrero's thing. And then Rey Mysterio started doing it, right? Or
he tried to do it.
He tried to do it, but then they stopped him at 2. And then fucking Jake Paul comes in and does it. I'm like, Logan Paul comes in and does it. I'm like, okay. And he gets in the rope and does this shimmy and just like, There was a lot of references to Eddie Guerrero in that match, and I respect the shit out of that. Like, Eddie Guerrero was probably
apparently the outfit that Dominic Mysterio wore was a
WCW
was a callback to one of the outfits that Eddie Guerrero had wore in the match.
Yeah, I think it was in WCW, right? It was like his early days. Like,
I think so. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, man, it was pretty cool. Like, I agree with you that he did show up in a good way. It was funny, like that at the end that the match goes to The Miz and Logan Paul. And they're celebrating, and then The Miz does his moves with Logan Paul. The whole time he's doing it, Logan Paul's just smiling.
Right, all like
he's all like, "Yay,
yeah, we won! Yeah. What's going on? Boom!"
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I was like, and then we had just watched the Miz, or at least we were watching The Miz. The Miz's episode of Evil.
Yeah, if you want to watch some like deep, not deep, but like some behind the scenes stuff, and how these characters, become the way they are, dude. Evil is a really good one. It talks about like being the heel of wrestling and stuff like that. And The Miz has pretty much always been a heel, even way before he was in wrestling.
Did you ever remember that time where it was on that Talking Smack or whatever show they have, that talk show they usually have? And
was it After Raw or SmackDown?
Yeah, it was like something like that. And like they would like they had Daniel Bryan and another chick on there, and The Miz comes on and like
I remember that.
He lost his shit, and it like apparently like they talk about it in the show, like, and that was real. Like he like was
really
everything he was saying, he was legitimately upset, and like like they go into that, like it's so good. Like, yeah, man.
So something like that, I want to watch it because that sounds really interesting. Makes me wonder, like, these guys, like you're saying, like The Miz plays a heel, like he's always been a heel his whole life.
Yeah.
How does he feel when he walks down that ramp and everybody's just booing
dude,
him?
it gets like
Miz, you suck.
Gets like he talks a lot.
And it's not just you suck. You can't hear it, but they're saying like other stuff to him, which I know, like kind of like
vulgar.
I'm a real nice guy in person, but this is just who I am. This is my part-time job or my day job.
Dude, same thing with Randy Orton. Like they go into like apparently he got like a DWI, and there was the one time where he like lost it on that interviewer. Like he was like, what do you say? Like he's all headbutt your teeth into your skull or something, like, oh shit. Like, and they talk about it, man. Like, it's pretty wild. So yeah, that was that match was pretty good. I enjoyed it. As much as I didn't want to, I did. But yeah.
I'm sorry, just real quick, the mistake that Jake Paul.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul getting mixed up.
Yeah, I get him mixed up.
Yeah,
Logan Paul. This is mistakes he did was before they won the match. He took a frog splash. He didn't sell that, and then the skull. The skull crushing finale. He didn't sell that either. He just got it right away. Like nothing happened. I'm like, oh come on, you gotta see
Yeah, you gotta sell it, man. Like, you gotta sell it.
Oh, like you gotta at least feel it. Like
at least lay on the floor, kind of like
holding
your face or something.
But he just got up like. bro, I thought we were a team, man.
It was just like, what the, dude?
I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one after that, and this is only night one of WrestleMania, which was on April 2nd. This one was my favorite match. Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship.
Yeah, man. I was kind of disappointed that this wasn't like on night 2, you know, because like they had obviously they had Ronda and Charlotte for night 1 already scheduled, and I don't know why. I don't know why they decided to put this one in the same before that. I was like, y'all should have put it in. Y'all should at least like
1-1.
Yeah, like and put that. What match?
I mean, I know we're gonna go through a lot of the matches, but yeah, I think
put that Sheamus one away.
I think they should have at least put that one in night 2. That would have been a really good night 2 match. And it's weird. There was a lot more. There was 2 more matches than there were in night 2 than there were in night 1.
Well, I know like that Sheamus one in night 2, where, whatever. Like it was real short.
It shouldn't have been even made to the main card or anything.
Hell
like
no.
It shouldn't.
But man,
that one should have been a night 1 thing.
That's what I'm saying.
Like a first match.
Or maybe it shouldn't just have happened. Just how long it lasted. There wasn't really no point in that match.
Kind of like the way the Drew McIntyre and Happy Corbin was second match. The Sheamus one should have been like a first or second match for night 1 as well. I know I'm sure that they're trying to spread it out, but at the same time, I'm sure people bought for both nights, so they were gonna go to both nights.
Speaking of which, man, there's some dude that I work with. Like, apparently he was there in both nights.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like yeah, like he's the dude. I'm pretty sure he's a cool dude, but he's kind of like weird sometimes. Like he mumbles. I can't really never understand him, but like he's like I was standing near him. He's all like, I was like your shirt, because it was like what and then like what and then like I was like I know he likes WWE, and so like he was yeah I was there. I was like that's cool, man. And he was like, I spent like $600 on shirts. I'm like, shh.
God,
how much?
$600
on shirts.
You almost choked over there. You said $600. How much?
I mean, I love to give me some merch when I'm at an event, but damn, $600.
I don't know,
like,
man. I don't know.
Better be limited edition. I'm like, damn.
But yeah, so I was like, that's cool, man. I respect that, but it's like, so anyway, yeah.
True fan.
Yeah, Becky Lynch and
Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, the match was definitely good. I'm not a huge Becky Lynch fan. Like, maybe she's doing a good job at being a heel. That like that's why I don't really like her. But like, even when she was a good guy, like I remember when she had her push and she was like when she was the man. And like everybody was for her, like people were comparing her to like Stone Cold Steve Austin's like babyface, run. And I'm just like like not at all. Like Stone Cold, like no one could ever replicate that. Like he was bad, but everybody loved him. Like he was so cool. Like Becky Lynch, I'm just like she just never really had that appeal to me. Like, and she's cool. Like she's a good wrestler, but I was like But this feud with her and Bianca, like, I love Bianca Belair. She's probably one of my favorite wrestlers. And I was so happy that, last year her and Sasha got the main event. And, they knocked it out of the park. One of the best matches I've ever seen. And this one is up there with it. It's a good match. I really, really enjoyed it. And I'm really glad that Bianca won. She even took home a shiner. Did you see that? Her eye?
Yeah, dude, I saw that.
Yeah. There was like a botch in that match where she like.
I think she got kicked in the face. Yeah, dude. And they even showed in the match she got kicked, and I was like, damn, I wonder if she's gonna get it. Like, sure enough, next day.
Yeah, because I saw a picture that she took with her and Stone Cold, and I was like, why does she have a black eye? I was like, and I had to go back, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, she got kicked hard.
I was like, no, yeah. So yeah, man, that's what I got to say about that match.
I really loved that match. Again, that was like my favorite match of night 1. One of my favorites. I had another favorite in that one, but that was one of my favorites. I'm a real big fan of Bianca Belair. I was really upset when she lost the title. I was super pissed off about that.
Especially because it was a squash match. Like, they had Becky come out and, like, literally just do one move and then pin her. I'm like, how is that? I do not believe for a second that Bianca would go out like a punk like that. And I know she wouldn't. I know she was probably a storyline thing when just like, Oh, that was so frustrating.
I was just as devastated she was, losing because especially having her WrestleMania moment and everything.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then, for her to come back and have her WrestleMania moment again, I was like, okay, that was real satisfying. I loved it. I was satisfied with that match. I was like, pretty much like in my head clapping for her and everything.
It's an amazing match and everything,
And I'm surprised it went on as long as it did, too.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, it was like maybe between like a 20 or 30 minute match.
20 minutes.
I always feel like the women always put on a better match than the men.
Especially in the Royal Rumble. I think the women's Royal Rumble is a lot better than I think the women's Royal Rumble is a lot better than the men's, and I think their intro music is also a lot better than some of the guys' intro
I really
musics.
hope Bianca gets to hold this title until next year's WrestleMania to defend it this time instead of chasing the title.
So, who would you guys like to see her face? I mean, obviously she's did Sasha. She's had feuds with some people here and there, but like,
if she's gonna stay in it, one of two people I would like to is either, what's her face?
Charlotte.
No, not Charlotte.
Alexa.
The one that Charlotte just faced.
Oh, Ronda.
Ronda.
Ew.
I want to see her go up against
or Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley.
Especially because not only do I love Rhea Ripley, but especially because like they came up in NXT together. They've had matches together. So like, just see that go.
I would move the mic a little bit over on this side so we could hear you.
Yeah.
Right there, just like that.
Perfect. Cool. Yeah, man. That'd be awesome. Yeah. But Ronda, man, I just feel like they just give her shit. She doesn't...
Okay, but this is why. I mean, if they're gonna, let her keep the title all the way till next year, it would build up a good story between them.
I just feel like Ronda hasn't earned it.
Not do another. Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, she could like work her way up to it. Like she has to fight other people to get to that point.
Mm-hmm. She came back, won the Royal Rumble, and then got time to push right away. Just like
I hate it. Like this year's Royal Rumble, I hated it just because of the people who won.
Garbage.
Not to say that I don't like the people, but just like what? No, but like
watch your mouth. We're listening.
Shit. But like it's just like I don't know. When it just essentially seems like they're just giving it to them, like Brock Lesnar coming out last to win. Not to say that I didn't like the build up that him and Roman had, but like just the fact that like, oh, who's number 30? Oh my God, it's Brock Lesnar. Okay, now we know who's gonna fucking win because he's a beast.
Remember, guys, I had called it.
Yeah, you did. You did. And then even Royal Rumble, like I knew, Ronda coming back would have been, it's a surprise, but like put her in the middle and have her be in the Rumble for a while, and kind of that would be cool seeing her with a bunch of other wrestlers and throw them out, and all this stuff as opposed to who's number 30? Oh my God, it's Ronda Rousey. Well, now we know who's gonna win. Like Jesus, like
which one are you ready for?
Lager. You need a lager.
I'm slacking over here. Let me finish these.
No, man, just finish that one. Don't worry about the light.
Don't worry about the boot.
Yeah, you good, bro. You good. We're here to drink some broken skulls, man. So yeah, that was the Raw Women's Championship.
Raw Women's Championship. So
congrats to Belair. I'm so glad you won. Yes.
All right, so the next one was Seth freaking Rollins.
Your boy.
Oh, okay, yes. Not my
the
boy.
return of Cody Rhodes.
Hate Seth Rollins.
The American Nightmare.
The American dude. I love what's going on with Cody Rhodes right now. Like, did y'all see his promo the next night he did on Raw?
I didn't get a chance.
Y'all didn't see it, bro. Like, you gotta watch it. It's badass. And it's emotional. He talks about his dad, and like he starts crying, like he starts like getting teary-eyed.
I know you sent it to us.
He's like you guys, he goes, you guys see, the American dream. You see Dusty Rhodes. He goes, to me, he goes, and he starts cracking his voice. He was my hero. I'm like, damn. And he goes, my dad fought to for the title. He goes, but unfortunately, he never got there. And he goes. And he goes, he kind of like mentions how he kind of had to like go out and like, prove himself, because when his first run in WWE wasn't what he had in mind. Like, he was following his father's footsteps. And what did WWE do? They essentially just turned him to a second the poor man's Goldust, you know, with Stardust.
Stardust.
And you know, like he hated it. So essentially that's why he left, because he's like what am I even doing, you know? So of course he goes on to help open or help start AEW. He kills it in AEW with not only with that match with his brother, that hardcore match with Andretti.
The controversy he got for taking the headshot,
the chair headshot, the match with Jericho. Like, dude, he I loved Cody Rhodes in AEW, and when he announced that he was leaving, of course the rumors started spreading. Why is he leaving? And you know, he's going back to WWE. He's going back to WWE.
First thing they say is back to the WWE.
Back to WWE, and then and again, this is probably one of the worst kept secrets ever. That, you know, Seth freaking Rollins wants his match at WrestleMania. Vince McMahon grants him a match with an opponent of his choosing, which that whole promo,
which one are you ready for?
Surprised me.
Where he goes into the office and he's all like, you know, fucking Seth Rollins.
that cracked me up right there. Thank you, sir.
I fucking hate him.
I hate him, but he's funny at the same time. It's like,
I just like, Eddie, how can you hate this guy? Come on, he's a good entertainer.
Dude,
entertainment-wise, yes. Wrestling-wise, I cannot.
You know what I love and I also hate every time is when we were texting and this fucker texts that one picture of Seth Rollins and that stupid smile.
Creepy ass smile. I'm like, Eddie's gonna love this one.
Every time I'd be like, I just text Alex, hey, what's up, bro? And checks that fucking thing. God damn it!
I ruined his day. I just ruined his day.
But, dude, when you gotta put that picture up. I'm gonna send it. So yeah, man, that actual promo where he goes in and like I want to WrestleMania, and Vince McMahon gives him his match. Everybody already started saying like, you know, it's gonna be Cody Rhodes, and then I heard that rumor. And I even told you guys as a rumor that he's coming out as the American Nightmare, which is his. You know, which is a character he built up in AEW, which people always say is unheard of. You know, we've had WWE stars get fired and go to AEW. A lot of them.
John Moxley,
Big Show, a lot of them.
There's Samoa Joe, Ruby Soho.
Basically, leaving WWE, go straight to AEW.
Yeah,
that's where it starts.
I think one of the not one of the first times, but one of the things I could think of when WWE did this was Royal Rumble with Mickie James. She was in she's Impact, and she's a women's championship.
Yeah.
So when she came out in the Royal Rumble, they allowed her to come out with her Impact belt, and even said Impact Women's Champion. I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool. So that
I think they even said it. Oh, the Impact Women's Champion, Mickie James is here.
But, you know, again, I mean, she was gonna be knocked out, you know, whatever. But that's cool, you know. She walked so Cody Rhodes could fucking run, and dude, like that, when I first saw his entrance, and I was like, what does it say? Because you can hear something. He goes, there's more than one pristine family in wrestling, and he comes out, and this was so good. And again, I'm not a fan of Seth friggin' Rollins' his character, but I will admit he's a good wrestler. Other than his stupid stomping finisher, which is fucking shitty. I hate it.
Annoying, yeah.
One of the dumbest, I think.
He is a good wrestler. I would give him that. So I enjoyed the match. I thought it was really good.
He's got style too.
I think the roll feathers. I'm like, I can't.
No, but like some of the suits he comes out in, dude. Like,
yes.
What was that fire? That fire suit he came out in, dude.
Especially because like his song is "Burn It Down." It's a badass song, and he comes out in fucking feathers and shit.
Right? It's like, man, you gotta find a better.
Fucking wearing lace.
The only one that could come out in feathers is Hulkamania, dude. He's the only one.
Or Ric Flair.
Yeah,
Hulkamania, dude.
It's like Pete Lesser, two evils right there. So yeah, what did you guys think of the match? And Cody Rhodes is.
Well, I fell asleep, so.
You did? He did fall asleep.
All I heard was snoring. I'm like, is he actually asleep? Yeah. It was a great match. I enjoyed it and everything. They put on a good show and all. I'm glad Cody's back and everything. I hope he gets a strong push for the title.
Yeah. Dude, I'm like, you guys are doing such a disservice. Watch that fucking promo that he did on Monday. And, like, that gives me hope that, like, they're going to give him a push. Not so much against Roman Reigns, but this is their way. This is going to be how they're going to bring back either an old championship or introduce a new one. Is they're gonna give Cody Rhodes his push to be a champion.
Or is it gonna make me cry?
I hope so.
Dude, it made me tear up. I'm not gonna lie. I was in the room watching. I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is what I fucking love. This is what
I honestly believe he came out with the best entrance.
That was bad.
His was my favorite one. I'll talk about the second one. We'll talk about the second one here in a minute. But
I just love he just comes out and everybody just knows like yes, like fucking Cody Rhodes.
And I'm glad WWE let him keep his theme song, his name,
yes.
his ring attire. I'm happy to let him.
So one of the things that I heard that one of his I guess negotiations for returning, he simply just said, "I do not want to hear, talk about, or see Stardust ever again."
You got a deal.
Which is funny because I'm pretty sure they granted him that deal. But what does he do when he's in the match? He does his Stardust cartwheel and he just kind of waves it away. I was like, yeah, that's fucking cool. But it'll be kind of funny, like in future, I
guess that was just for him to kind of just like give it to the fans and okay, like I'm done with it.
But
boom.
I also think like it'll be kind of it'll be a good heel move. Like I could imagine like Kevin Owens cutting a promo like fucking Stardust, like kind of making fun of him, bringing it up, and Cody Rhodes kind of like having to, not so much prove himself, but like, no, I'm not that no more. Like I'm the American Nightmare, bitch. Like, man, hell yeah.
Oh, what did Seth Rollins say? Welcome back to the big leagues, bitch. yeah.
Yeah, he's like, welcome back to the... Yeah, that was fucking...
That was awesome.
We were like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
All
so...
Right. Good with that one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm going to get the tattoo on my neck, too. American Nightmare.
The next match, which was the second to last match for night one. Again, these were all pinfalls, was the Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey. I mean, you don't have to go too deep into it. I kind of figured out, I kind of knew how this one was going to go.
I admit it was a good match. Fucking Charlotte Flair having some nip slips, but it happens. It happens.
It's pretty awesome.
Some pepperoni nipples.
Oh my god!
No. What did we just tell him?
Sorry. They were there. Hey, but okay, so the thing was that okay, this happened live. They cut it at a certain point, and then we were watching the matches again because we didn't. I know some of them. I didn't watch this one live. I saw this one the next day before night two, and they still showed. When the first slip up happened, I'm like, okay, dude, y'all knew this was already gonna happen. Y'all couldn't like blurt it out.
There's guys that probably paused it and took pictures like, yes. You never know, hey.
I had turned on my phone and I was watching it. It was live. It said live with a little red.
Yeah.
And it was when I turned it on, it was a Charlotte and Ronda match and it already started. So I was watching it and it just goes black. I'm like, what the fuck? And then like it comes back and it goes back. And I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was.
You thought you lost signal?
I thought I lost signal. And then it comes back and I'm just like, whatever. And then later on I found out it was like because I'm wardrobe malfunction. I'm like, I was like, damn, like there must be like some kind of delay. But again, like you said, like you would think they would go back and just like, touch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, they just, I guess whatever they did in the moment, they just kept it and rebroadcasted it.
Yeah, rebroadcasted it. I was like, okay.
But yeah.
Because I remember watching it and I was expecting it to be like, there already to be like a blur. Mm-hmm. And then for it to go black and I was like, oh, there's Nip.
And someone's like, what? Where? Like, he's like, what happened? I was like, nothing.
Yeah.
I was going to say, rewind it. Never mind. Whoops. Gotta keep it PG.
So, yeah, man. The match, fine, whatever. I like Charlotte Flair. Like, she's not my favorite, but like, and I do.
Either one of them aren't my favorite, so I just kind of.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like a whatever match. Like the Becky and Bianca one was
that was the one I really wanted to see. That one should have been either a night two or the last match for night one.
So
yeah,
it was funny because like one of these wrestling channels that I think I sent out videos for, Wrestlemania.
Oh yeah, I follow him.
They post like news, stuff like that.
Pretty much every day.
One of the main headlines was like, Ronda Rousey walks out. I'm like, oh shit! Like, was she not supposed to lose? Is she mad? No, it had nothing to do with the match. They were at the Hall of Fame, and she left early. And people online were speculating that the reason she left early is because she was mad that her main event, because that apparently her and Ronda was supposed to main event that night, but it got pushed because of the whole Kevin Owens thing, and she was mad and she walked out. I was like, really? Like, I watched this whole fucking video for this, and then she replies back. She goes like, the internet like just it's wild. She goes, I have a child at home that I need to take care of.
That's what I was about to say. I go, she probably went home because she had to go check on her
she
newborn.
was all like, she goes, I have a child at home. Like, y'all need to calm down. I was like,
what y'all come up with these rumors?
Maybe like the babysitter like called her and was like, hey,
your baby's freaking out.
Baby's freaking out. You know, okay, well, you know what? We'll head home early.
Your baby's walking on 2 feet,
like a normal parent would do. You know.
Yeah. So she's all like, what did she say? Because again, it was a Kevin Owens and Steve Austin. It was Kevin Owens' show with Steve Austin. She goes, we're in Texas. Why wouldn't Steve Austin be the last one? Which, I'm done talking about the Charlotte one. If you guys are done.
Yep.
We get the main one.
Well,
no.
Okay,
well, it's like you said, like why
you're on the spot.
Why give Ronda Rousey the Royal Rumble win and she's not gonna win the title?
Yeah, and then
just.
Wait.
Well, and you know this will continue into night 2 also. You know, 2 Rumble wins.
Okay.
True.
So,
but I mean, if she's gonna be around longer and she's gonna be a full timer, you know, then why
make it work for it? I mean, maybe this was just to kind of sell it for WrestleMania a little bit more, you know.
See, the thing is, like,
and I know you expected a different match for Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah, because you know, before this was way back in the day, when Becky was getting the push and they had the whole I think Survivor Series thing boiling up, and that was when Nia Jax fucking punched her in the face and broke her nose and shit. It was set up that at that Survivor Series it was gonna be Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey, you know, and people were stoked for it. And then, you know, of course, you know, it didn't happen. And then we get to WrestleMania where like people are like, oh, like Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey, yes. But then Ronda Rousey ends up challenging both of them to a title. I forgot how it happened, whatever. But it's just like, you know, like this has kind of been in people's minds. And I'm just like, why didn't they do that? And granted, like I'm glad that Bianca and Lynch had their match because it was a good match. So I'm happy with that. So like I'm just like, okay, like will we ever see that again? You know, Becky's not champion no more. So, and what are they gonna do with Ronda? I mean, what are they gonna do with Charlotte now? Like she's a champion again. Are they gonna continue this feud with her and Ronda? Because I don't know about y'all, but I didn't really see much.
Well, as we speak, they're probably talking about it right now on SmackDown.
Yeah, right. Yeah. SmackDown is happening right now. But yeah, man. It's whatever.
So, moving on, the last match of night 1, was one of my favorites because it starred one of my favorite wrestlers of all time.
Kevin Owens.
Which we're drinking his beer, Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA and American Lager, which the American Lager just came out.
It's good, dude. It's fucking good.
You know, Kevin Owens was challenging Stone Cold to a no holds bars match.
Well, okay, no. Kevin Owens invited him.
They're both different colored cans. I just noticed that too.
Yeah. Kevin Owens, you know, invited him to his show for WrestleMania. Kind of like we're in Texas. Kevin Owens is probably one of my favorite wrestlers, you know, right now because he's good at talking shit and he's funny. And he not only that, but he's a good wrestler.
He's a damn good wrestler.
And he's also one of the person that puts his body in so much. And dude. He's just fucking cool.
For kind of a big guy he is, he got some moves,
doing flips and shit. Like this motherfucker, like
he can do a swanton bomb if you wanted to.
Dude, he does. Like, and kind of like I always liked the fact that he just kind of started doing the stunner. And I think
isn't that just to go back a few matches before? Didn't Logan Paul try to do a swanton?
Oh yeah, no, he did. He did. No, he did, but he missed.
He missed.
Yeah,
that's what I said. He attempted and he missed.
Yeah, and it was funny because like I was on TikTok and like his show came up or whatever, and he was talking about like taking bumps on the mat. He goes, "That shit hurts. It's fucking plywood." He goes, "It don't bounce. There's no this." He goes, "That shit hurts." I was like, "Yeah."
Oh yeah.
But yeah, yeah, Kevin Owens, dude. Kevin Owens is badass. I loved how much shit he was talking about Texas and, like calling out Stone Cold. I loved when he was on, was it Raw? And he comes and the Stone Cold song plays and everybody's like, cheering. He comes out on the bald cap and he's doing this Stone Cold thing. That shit was
it's kind of like
funny.
It's kind of like what The Miz did when he came out posing as The Rock.
What?
Yeah, Miz did the same thing. When the whole
I don't think I've never seen that.
When
one
the whole
before,
Rocket, because The Miz wanted his chance against John Cena, but at the time they were promoting The Rock and John Cena, so to kind of get people's attention and get John Cena's attention, he came out posing as The Rock with the bald cap and everything. And they even mentioned in that show, the show Evil too, and he said it was just like the best thing ever that he's ever did.
He wasn't painted, was he?
No. He just came out because at the time that's when The Rock was already just straight up bald, So he did the whole bald cap and and he came out with the glasses and he even did the.
remember when fucking DX came out as the Nation Domination? that doesn't hold up. No. Fucking X-Pac, he's painted. He's dressed like Mark Henry. That does not hold up.
And then Triple H was the one that was the Rock. The Rock. He had the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Damn, that does not do me. So you get Kevin Owens coming out, he's doing his talk show thing, he's talking a bunch of shit, and then you get the music, Stone Cold coming out. I loved it.
First he came out, walked out,
did his thing on the stage, goes back, everybody's like,
he was thinking in the moment, just going back and forth on the stage,
yeah, dude,
the fans, you can just tell I missed it so much.
When I was watching it live, I was like, damn, he's coming out, like I was watching like. This seems too good to be true. Like it just. I was like, "Is this really Stone Cold?" Like, as on my phone, I was like, "Damn, I don't know." Like, and then he's walking back and forth. Glasses. Yeah, and then he goes back and he comes out in the fucking 4-wheeler. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's what he's doing." And I was like, "Come on!" Like, I was thinking to myself, like, he's in Dallas. He's gonna melt the shit out of this thing.
Oh yeah.
And good, and he should. And coming out, and then even when he's in the ring, he doesn't talk for a good while. Kevin Owens, I love how he's going around the ring. Kevin's just sitting there, he's like rolling his eyes.
Like, really, dude?
Yeah, he's like, come on, and he's like, Stone Cold gets in the ring, starts throwing the signs, all this shit, and then Kevin Owens at the while, he's like, no, this is my show. He gets all fucking pissed off and starts talking shit, and then Stone Cold starts doing this thing, and then they go back and forth, this and that.
What, and then Stone Cold? He looks like a jackass.
Yeah.
I said he looks like a jackass. What? With that stupid haircut. And
what?
I was like, yes. I was like, yes.
He's like, he's like, come on, Steve. Why do you like it here? He goes, you got people with these hats and in the cowboy boots. You got that guy in the crowd coming out with the fucking.
Just that one guy. They had to find that's what we're talking about right there.
and then, dude, surprising. I was like, he started shining into a match. I'm like, okay. And he goes, no holds barred. I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, Stone Cold's not going to turn it down. I was like, it's not going to be that bad, And dude, they go into the fucking crowd.
They go at it, dude.
And not only that, but you go in the crowd, I'm like, okay, but they're not going to, no, fucking suplex him on the fucking cement. I'm like, oh my God, don't hurt him. I was like, dude.
He took a bump.
He took some bumps. And it was.
I think he even I'm pretty sure he told Kevin let's just, if we're gonna do it, let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
But
if this is gonna be my last match ever, let's do it.
I will say, and it wasn't even the worst, but you can tell that he had ring rust. You could just tell. He was kicking him on the ropes. There were times he was kicking, he was even hitting him, or he was doing it slow, and then he just started going, but he wasn't even hitting him. And it was just like. Okay, man, I just love...
There was a lot of that, too, when he was in the ring.
Oh, yeah. And then, I even love, the whole match. He's just like, give me a beer.
Give me a beer.
If you ever, watch any of some of his matches, the way he punches, he doesn't punch. He
Yeah. Yeah, him and The Rock. Yeah.
But, to be honest, it was also a big Broken Skull American Lager promotion too,
dude.
Yeah.
Stone Cold drinking Broken Skull, American Lager. I'm like, okay, you want to see where it's from and everything. Like,
and he's just catching up with his left hand every single. I was like,
what's the APV on it?
Dude, are you serious?
No.
Yeah, dude, and then he was taking some bumps, dude, and and then he even takes him on the 4-wheeler up the stage, suplexes him twice, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, because Kevin Owens tried taking it, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know," and then so he got him and then took him up on the thing.
And
that's what I'm saying too. I mean, dude, props to Kevin Owens too. For doing this type of match.
And it also kind of speaks to Kevin Owens because like for Stone Cold to come back and have that much trust in him, like I trust you to not only do the match right, but keep me safe, like, and that's what I'm saying. Like that just kind of proves that Kevin Owens is up there as one of the greatest, going to be the greatest wrestlers. So yeah, you get the match, and and he kicks his ass. So, and then not only that, and then you get Kevin Owens giving the stunner to Steve.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh shit,
that was cool. And then you get the big finish. I loved it. I loved it.
It was just a real entertaining match.
Awesome match, definitely. I also heard that they had told Stone Cold, okay, look, this is not the Attitude Era no more. There are certain things you can't do. Don't throw the finger.
Yeah, that was one.
And don't say certain words. But he's Stone Cold. He doesn't give a damn.
Did he throw the finger at Kevin Owens when he was down on the
I believe he did. But before the match, he says, "Do y'all want to see me take on this piece of shit right here?" Yeah. He said, I was like, did he really just say that? Yeah. I'm like, wow.
Granted, I wonder if like at the time when it was happening, that Vince.
Because what is Vince gonna do? He's gonna fucking fire him? Like, I mean.
But not only that, but I'm pretty sure that Vince loved the reaction he was getting, so that's why. And I would die on this hill, that, and we'll talk about it later. But I think the whole Vince coming out in night 2 and doing his thing was a last minute addition. I have to believe that, because I just feel like Vince saw how much of a pop Stone Cold was getting the first night, that he's all like, well, damn, maybe we should just continue on this train and give people what they've always loved to see, which is Vince McMahon and Stone Cold. Not head to head, but just like, just bumping heads again. So I have to believe that this Vince McMahon thing was just added last minute because of everything that happened on night 1 with this Kevin Owens thing.
All right, well then let's just jump into night 2 real quick. Let's get through a few of these.
Can we all agree though that Stone Cold was drunk as fuck after the match?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
dude.
Well, you remember what I told you too. I was like, well, most of the beer went on the
mat. Yeah.
Oh god, that was funny.
I think him and Matt were just as drunk together.
and then who's the announcer that he invites up? Come on, he gives him a beer.
Oh.
And he stuns him. He's whoa.
He stuns him and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he brings out his brother, which is
awesome. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, but he was drunk as fuck.
It would have been cool to have been there.
Yeah.
Would have been so awesome. Hear that pop and everything. Hear how loud the crowd gets.
Yeah, man. All right, man. So let's go night 2.
Night 1. Night 1's in the books.
Night 1.
Good
that
night.
was in the books. Night 2 of WrestleMania 38 was the triple threat team match for the Raw Tag Team Championship.
Well,
RK Bro, the Street Profits, and Alpha Academy.
Okay, before that, it was Triple H just coming out one last time down the ring.
Okay, well, let's also talk about that a couple of times, because we also missed the Undertaker, too.
Oh,
man.
Undertaker, man, that shit got me. And I love that he was like Shawn Michaels and gives him a shout out Triple H. And I love he's all like, Big Kane. I was like, yes.
You don't have to call him Mayor.
Yeah. And he's all like, and he goes, he talks about stealing his moves. And I was like, damn. Yeah, dude, Undertaker, I loved it. It really, like, I loved it because it was an Undertaker. It was Mark Calloway coming out and telling his stories. Not trying to be his character, not trying to be the Undertaker. He was just telling his stories as him throughout the years, And I loved it. Like, he was talking about, with Godfather drinking whiskey, talking about like Yokozuna, talking about the other wrestler. I forgot his name. I really kind of hate it, but I forget his name because Undertaker's like, I lost you too soon. Like it was touching, dude. It was really touching. He talks to his wife, all this stuff. Like it was beautiful. And then you get him at the end where he actually gets into character, and you see him get into character. He gets a jacket, puts it on, and when he puts on that hat, he gets into character and never say never. I'm like, oh, like that gave me chills. At the same time, just like, don't come back.
That's crazy. One second he's Mark, and when I say when he puts the coat and the hat on, he became just like that.
Just
I'm
like that.
What? Like,
dude,
you can just see the difference.
And it's funny because he had the mic on.
Yeah.
And then like I remember when he did the Undertaker thing, like he puts a hat on, he says never say never. He walks down, he sees his daughter wanting to give him a hug. And he takes his hat off, and you can hear him say, he goes, you're ruining my gimmick.
Is that what he said?
And he gives her a kiss, and he puts it back on. He walks up the stage, and he's at the stage, and he's, he does the American Badass thing, and you see Randy Orton cheesing the fuck out. Randy Orton loving the shit, and Undertaker puts it down, and he's walking, and he goes, I'm fucking hot as shit. Like, if you listen to that, you can fucking hear it. I was laughing my ass off, but yeah, man. Oh, I loved it so much.
One of my best Undertaker moments was 2007 Royal Rumble. I was there. He was the last one. He won. He was number 30. He won. And, I mean, just like I just remember like oh, number 30 went. And
wasn't him and Shawn the last two?
I thought it was him, Batista.
So. It might have been Batista.
I don't think Batista was world champion that year. That's who he challenged. No,
I don't remember. But I just remember Royal Rumble. Him. He was the last one.
Last one.
And like, I just remember,
You know what? It might have been Shawn Michaels.
It was like, the countdown starts. Everyone's counting down 10, 9, 8, and then all of a sudden the whole place just went black, and then doom. It was like everybody just fucking just.
You know why I know you're right about Shawn Michaels? Because they use that Undertaker eliminating Shawn Michaels and Undertaker going to WrestleMania as fuel for the next year for Undertaker and Shawn Michaels is bad at like their Hall of Fame match.
Yeah,
they use that Royal Rumble, like Undertaker ruined Shawn Michaels.
And I think it was Shawn Michaels' last one because since they were both Texans, obviously being in San Antonio, Shawn Michaels, and and then
makes me wonder who everybody rooting for. Were they rooting for Shawn? Or rooting for the Undertaker?
Everybody was rooting for Undertaker. That moment.
Yeah.
I mean, he just came in and it was just like, damn.
A big pop, yeah.
So that was probably one of my.
I'm glad I got to saw him at least once before, yeah.
We saw him, right?
Yeah, we've seen him.
Yeah. At 2009?
Think so.
Yeah. I think that he faced Batista then. That's when he faced Batista.
Maybe. That's what it was.
So yeah, Hall of Fame. Awesome.
I was like, we got off topic. Where were we at again? I was like, where were we?
Hall of Fame.
So
we're talking about Triple H.
Triple H for night 2 coming out.
Just coming out, yeah. Entrance one more time and everything.
Yeah, man. I like that. I just wish he would have said something, like rather than just. I mean, granted, I know he came out like, "Welcome to WrestleMania." I'm just like,
that's it.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's.
I'm sure there's gonna be more in the near future.
But.
Just get ready to suck it.
Yeah.
One more time.
I didn't really see his whole speech or whatever when he came out, but I did see when he walked out and it shows his boots
in the middle.
He didn't say anything. All he said was, he goes, I'm just gonna say one thing, welcome to WrestleMania, and then he just puts his boots down and he gets out of the ring. I'm like, I loved it. It was cool. I love Triple H.
But I think it was also him. He wasn't trying to take away anything too. He was just let's just get.
This is not my moment. Also, this is their moment.
Also, too, I think it was one of those lasting added because the news about him retiring came like a week or during the week of WrestleMania.
During the week, just a couple of days before WrestleMania happened.
So that was a huge thing. So yeah.
And of all news resources that I found it on was Sports Center.
He was talking to Stephen A.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith.
That's where he said it for the first time with Stephen A. I was like, damn, like kudos to Sports Center.
You like everybody's like just putting love there for Triple H. You got some haters. Yeah. Why is this on here? Wrestling's fake. Like no shit, it is. But damn,
they'd still put their bodies through shit.
How about you get in the ring and find out what it's like? Yeah,
like Logan Paul said, that shit ain't easy to fall on.
Look at us talking about Logan Paul.
So Dallas got to see the Undertaker, Triple H, Stone Cold. I'm like,
and they got to experience this badass triple threat tag team match. Randy Orton and Matt Riddle. I know. At the time, me and Alex had left to go get some food. So we were at Little Caesars.
We were just like this.
Yeah, I was on my phone just watching it. Fucking
waiting for the pizza.
Yeah, waiting for the pizza. It was a good match. It was, from what I saw and from the reviews that I've been seeing, it's a good match. Like the Street Profits Bianca Belair's husband, Montez Ford,
I believe.
Ford.
Montez Ford. He's a high flyer. He's a good wrestler. And then of course you
From
got
Alpha Academy. I've always liked Otis. Otis was, I thought was always, pretty good. Being a big guy and stuff like that.
Who's his partner?
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable, yeah, him too. Apparently, he's a good one. He's the one a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you saw where he did I think it was a moonsault, and Randy Orton got him with the RKO. Yeah. He was the one who did that. So I'm like, yeah, I hear good things about Chad Gable. The match. What I said, we didn't really get to watch it from front to back, but from what we saw, I loved what we saw. You get fucking Matt Riddle doing the RKO, and then you get Randy Orton coming back and doing it again. It was awesome. Like, I always had my kind of thoughts about Matt Riddle, but like, I love him and Randy. Like, I love their dynamic. I love how Randy took him under his wing.
It's Randy.
Randy.
At first, it was kind of annoying, but I grew into him. Like, it's pretty awesome. I like this.
I never really like
that video I sent you. Randy.
Yeah.
And I've always kind of been annoyed with Riddle, especially when he comes out with his scooter. I'm like,
I love that part where he's in the scooter and he's all like, I hear voices. I was like, yes, that's fucking badass. But yeah, man, good match. I'm glad Randy Orton and Matt Riddle got to keep their championships. Randy Orton
they regained the championships because I thought Alpha Academy was
Alpha Academy. Okay, yeah. So I'm glad they regained them.
No, they came in as champions.
They did. I thought Alpha Academy were the
they
champions.
They won them, but then like 2 weeks later they won them back. And
okay.
See, I thought once they lost the championships, I thought they were gonna feud Riddle and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. I'm like, that would have been pretty good. But I mean, they did this instead, so I'm like, okay, we're probably gonna save it for later.
Yeah.
See, Riddle get all, Orton on Orton. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be cool. Just put some shoes on, bro. Come on.
Right?
No one wants to see your nasty feet.
It's just because you hate feet.
The first time I saw Riddle, I'm like, this dude's a stoner. And sure enough, I looked into it. Yeah,
he's all Randy. Good match.
He's been eating some Scooby snacks.
I think we can kind of get past it. It was Bobby Lashley and Omos.
Surprisingly, it was not that bad. I remember we started watching. We're like, because we were talking about like, okay, this would be cool to see. And
yeah,
I mean, Omos isn't. He's I'm dominant. I'm just like, bro, no, you're not. Like, no, you're just fucking tall. What's his name? Bobby Lashley won, right? So
yeah, he won.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was like a 10-minute match or shorter, but yeah, I mean,
it wasn't the worst match.
It was 6.5 minutes.
6.5 minutes.
Yeah. So the next one after that, which was almost 15 minutes, it was 14.5 minutes, which surprisingly was a little entertaining match. Was Johnny Knoxville versus
that was a hilarious match. That was pretty awesome.
That was awesome. And granted, like I kind of like had kind of expectations like, oh, Johnny Knoxville's gonna take some bumps. I mean, he took some bumps. Yeah, he went through a table. He took some bumps. But again, it paints Sami Zayn up in the light that like he's enough of a good professional wrestler to protect a non-wrestler in the ring. Not only that, but fucking Wee Man coming in and body slamming Sami Zayn. Oh, that was so bad.
I saw that. I didn't see the actual match, but I saw like replays from it, and I was watching one where they show it was on Giant Knoxville's page, where Wee Man just comes in because I remember you told me about it. I was like, what? And then I saw him. He picked him up. Dude, I was like,
dude, and not only he held them there for a while, and he's all
like no hesitation. Like he didn't see him struggling picking him up. Like he like picked him up and then boom. I was like even people in the crowd were like, what?
Yeah, and I love how everybody's like, oh, just find a comparison with Wee Man and Hogan. I'm like, no, okay, I get the comparison, but I feel like that wasn't what they were trying to do. It was just Wee Man doing Wee Man. Like, he's a strong dude. Yeah, he's
short,
he's weak, but he's strong. But yeah, dude, I love the match. I loved when John Knoxville threw Sami Zayn onto the table, and Sami Zayn just fucking jumps and onto the table. The whole giant mousetrap thing was kind of silly, but it was fine. It was a good match. Excuse me.
we were more laughing and taking that match too seriously.
Yeah, like
it's Johnny Knoxville,
with the big ass.
And that's why I said, it was a real entertaining match.
Something different,
Yeah. It was.
And they bought a nutcracker. Is that what it was?
Yeah, just stupid fucking boot. Yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
Good match, man.
It was a good match. Yeah, enjoying everything. Yeah.
So far, dude, these celebrities that have been coming in these past 2 WrestleManias are knocking it out of the park.
I mean, if Johnny Knoxville could take a hit from a bull, he can go through
a
table.
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
If y'all haven't seen that movie, we recommend it. It's pretty awesome. Hey,
if you have a Paramount Plus, it's on there for free.
Is it?
Yeah.
I gotta be watching.
Well, I mean, you gotta pay for Paramount Plus, but
okay, well, still,
it was
pretty awesome. It was a good laugh.
You don't have to buy it like on Amazon or anything else.
Dude. I can't wait for Jackass 4.5. It's gonna. They've already been talking about it. It's coming out. It's gonna come out.
Can't wait. Real quick, I'm surprised Steve wasn't there again.
I know, that was surprising. I was for sure he's gonna show
up.
The
first time because he had COVID, they told him to leave.
Yeah.
And this time, it makes me wonder what happened. Like, why wasn't he there? But everybody's got their own life.
I would have liked to see Chris.
He's probably busy too.
I would have liked to see Chris Pontius come out as Party Boy.
He did.
On that one?
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, he was dancing all over him. Yeah.
See, I didn't watch that match. I just saw highlights of it.
He came out as Party Boy.
But everything I saw was like entertaining, and I'm surprised they didn't show that.
Yeah, he came out as Party Boy. He had little like this little bikini on, like
little thong,
like jeans. It was so funny.
I'll have to go back and watch that one.
Yeah,
awesome match. Yeah, it was entertaining. Yeah, I liked it.
All right, so the one after that was a fatal 4-way for the women's tag team championship. I'm not sure who were the. Oh, I think it was Carmella and Queen Zelina.
Carmella, Queen Zelina versus.
They were the champions.
They're champions versus Tamina. Oh, no, not Tamina.
Sasha Banks,
Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Liv Morgan. Oh, dude, it's just like everything I love in this match right now.
I'm sorry, but the outfits.
Oh, yeah.
And then you had what's her name?
Natalia
and Shayna Baszler.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler.
I had a blur moment. I couldn't name a single wrestler. I'm like, wait. I had to think about it. Like, wait.
It was a good match. It was like they had some really good spots where they both did the
it's like a power bomb, moonsault,
suplexes. That was pretty cool. I love the teams. I as much as I love Sasha, you guys know how much I love Sasha. She's my favorite wrestler. I would have loved Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan to win because I just feel like if anybody, Liv Morgan deserves a belt,
some type of title.
I don't think she's had a single title, and it bums me out because she's
put in a lot of work. She's put in. She
was always kind of like, not like thrown into the back, but she was always kind of like second seat when she was part of
the Riot Squad behind her Ruby Riot.
And then of course Sarah Logan and Ruby Riot left, and Liv Morgan was there, and she built herself up as Liv Morgan, and then like she's really like built herself up to become a singles competitor, and then they I think she had a couple of like matches with a championship and she lost.
Well, yeah, she had a championship with. Didn't she have one against Charlotte Flair?
I think so.
And then that one like ended like really quick too, and it was just like really disappointing.
And
then about the Raw Women's title. At the time?
Yeah. She's had a couple.
Wait, that was.
No, it was Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair.
Maybe it was Sasha Banks, or maybe it was Bianca Belair. Maybe it was she had with somebody, and she always lost. She even had one with Becky Lynch, and she lost.
That's what the one I'm thinking about was the one with Becky Lynch, because the one with Charlotte Flair was again with Alexa Bliss when her whole
Fiend character.
Okay,
that's right. Yeah.
And then they team her with Rhea Ripley, who I think that they really mesh together really well. I love both of them. And I would have loved them to get the titles. You know, like they.
I mean, both of them equally deserve it. I mean, because Rhea Ripley was Raw Women's Champion for a while.
Yeah, for a good minute. Yeah,
you know, and then they kind of just like took that away from her.
Start from the bottom again, basically.
Yeah.
I think she lost to Charlotte. Right?
Charlotte.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But then, not to mention though, like,
I mean, come on. I mean, realistically, Rhea Ripley could easily take down Charlotte Flair.
Dude, she's
easily.
She's a beast. Please bench press me. Just kidding. But like, not to mention like Naomi, you know, she's been in the roster for a while, and like, yeah, at one time she was SmackDown and Raw Women's Champion, but that was a long time ago. So like, I'm glad to see her get a title again. But of course I'm glad to see Sasha get a title, but just like I just wish it would have gone to Rhea.
The whole thing with her and Sonya Deville always screwing her over, that was getting annoying.
Yeah,
after a while.
I'm
like, that's annoying already. Just stop already. Like, it's been going for like 2 months now.
I know Sonya Deville doesn't like our kind, but she can get it.
I don't know what that means, but anyway.
She can rock a suit though.
Oh hell yeah!
She can rock, yeah.
So obviously Sasha Banks and Naomi won the championship for that one. That one was about almost 11 minutes.
It's so wild, right? That doesn't seem like a long time, but like when you're watching it play out, it seems like forever.
It feels like Natalya didn't get that much action, did she?
Natalya, not really, no.
I didn't really see her in there that much.
Her,
you know,
her or Baszler.
Baszler a little bit, but I feel like I saw more Baszler than I did Natalya. I'm like, and she's been doing it for a while now and everything. So,
dude, how about fucking Corey Graves the whole match? Come on, baby!
Oh, hey, the commenting on that was so hilarious. Or when he say, "Shut up, Michael! You went to prom with your sister."
Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
And then when I think she got pinned, his face was like this.
Yeah, he's all, like they went to his face. That shit was funny, man.
Oh man, that was awesome.
all right. Next match. Just do it.
All right, so the next one after the Fatal 4-Way was let's take a look here. Edge versus AJ Styles. So it was just a singles match.
Oh yes, yeah.
Okay. I've always loved fucking Edge's entrance music and his entrance. He's always, like, had one of the best ones. Remember that video I sent you? He's like, Easy Keenum. Yeah. I always loved the entrance music, but his new entrance is giving me, and the way the match played out is giving me some Brood vibes. I know for a while he would like come out with a version of the Brood and his song kind of combined.
Yeah.
And I think he's playing more into that. The match was good. It was good. It was a good match. It was kind of boring because I just didn't know like what was at stake here. There really wasn't much at stake, like other than them setting up Edge to be a heel and eventually setting him up to start a faction. Because at the end of this match, where you have AJ Styles with the upper hand, about to do the Phenomenous Forearm, he looks over and he sees Damian Priest, who is a beast. He's a big dude. He looks awesome. I know he's a good wrestler. They just don't know what to do with him. So they insert him, distracting AJ Styles.
Well, he was looking at Edge. I noticed. Like, he was looking straight towards Edge, not so much AJ. I'm like, what's going on here?
And then AJ was looking at him, and then he's distracted. Gives Edge the upper hand. Edge spears him midair, pins him down, wins the match. And then you get Damian Priest come in the ring, him and Edge stare at each other, and they just start laughing, and they take a kneel. For me, what I kind of hope and what I feel they're doing is kind of like another Brood. Edge is kind of building up his little, I would
be honest with you, I would kind of love that. I would definitely love that.
I just wonder who else we're gonna bring in, and I hope it's somebody that I can
give you those vibes. Yeah.
I hope it's Ezekiel.
Oh, hey.
It'd be kind of cool if it was Dominic turning his back on his dad.
Oh,
they've been saying that for months now. It's gonna happen. Like,
that'll be
window.
Sick, dude. Oh, that'd be cool.
Because I feel like right now they don't know what to do with Dominic either.
They don't know.
Yeah,
and then everyone keeps saying like when Rey Mysterio retires, like they're probably gonna toss him out.
I hope they don't. He's a good kid. He's a good wrestler, man.
Well, like I say, he's got to take some time off, bulk up a little bit, work on his mic skills a little more. Mm-hmm. That would help him in the long run right there. The match was...
But what better way than to put him under Edge's wing? There's video of him and like Edge. Like Edge knew him as a child. So what better way to put him under his wing in this heel group, a la the Brood? You know, I think that'll be genius. I hope. I mean, they don't think like us. We're obviously geniuses. That's why we have our. That's why we have our own podcast.
Y'all's podcast.
Y'all. Which is why when we were at the drugs concert and they said they wanted to record us, we were able to just turn it right on.
Turn it right on. Does anybody see us? No,
all right, so after the Edge, AJ Styles was the filler match, I guess you can say. New Day versus Sheamus and Rich Holland.
Boring pass. Yeah,
right.
That's like 2 minutes. How long was that match?
The only good thing about that,
a minute and 40 seconds.
The only good thing about that match is that Big E and what's the other dude's name? Kofi Kingston came out dressed like.
Not Big E. It was Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods came and Kofi came dressed like a Big E. That was the only cool thing.
Yeah, just nah.
I don't know why they had him in a match with the same guy that broke his fucking neck.
Yeah. So, anyways, so next one after that, before the main event, was the Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory.
Pat McAfee, baby, former Colts.
Hey!
Whoops. You said so proud too.
You Indianapolis Colts kicker.
Punter.
Punter.
Eddie.
You gotta believe that.
That was awesome, man.
Oh my god.
What shit?
Oh man.
Oh God! Oh. And I'm bad. I don't know who that guy was.
Our cousin's son watches our show.
What does that mean? You said it's so cool too. You said it.
God damn it! Oh, shit.
Oh man. Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Just right, and Alex is asking us, what can I
I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I came over and did this.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
So anyways, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory.
Okay.
Former Colts punter.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I wasn't really into this match. I'm gonna let you two deal with that one.
Okay. All right. Now it was a good match, man. It was a good match. I didn't really know about Pat McAfee. God damn it. Until you had told me, I mean, obviously I knew about his show with Brock Lesnar, which I can't find the episode. I tried to download it on Spotify. I can't find it.
Well, you sent me like a little mini clip, didn't you, on TikTok, right?
Yeah. Because I just saw it on TikTok. But you had told me about his beef with Adam Cole, which I started watching, and I started kind of like researching, and dude, that shit was wild. But yeah, dude, Pat McAfee. Apparently, he started as like a little commentator in NXT. Started doing SmackDown, and I remember I would always see some guy dancing on the table every time Shinsuke Nakamura came out. And apparently that was him. I was like, I didn't really know.
Have you seen him like commenting on SmackDown?
I mean, other than him dancing,
he's actually a really good commentator. Like he gets into it and everything. Like it brings back some old school WWF. Yeah. Honestly, it does. Like he gets into it, like you say, he gets on the table, starts dancing and everything. It's awesome, man. Like that's what we need. That's kind of energy we need from him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, not only that, but like, bro showed up. At first, I was kind of nervous. I'm like, oh, here we have never.
Real quick, do you want the last Broken Skull, or do you want to get to your Lone Star?
We have another Lone.
If I could have the last Broken Skull, if y'all don't mind, if you have it, yeah.
You're our guest, bro. Here you go.
I feel so honored being here too. I'm glad I did this with you guys.
Oh God, that was funny.
Yeah. For that reason too.
Keeping in within Texas, I'll do the Lone Star.
Yeah, baby. You want that? Power light?
Yeah, I'll take the power light.
Go for it.
I mean, I love Lone Star, but I'll take those.
Something with some flavor. Yeah, man, dude, this Pat McAfee match. I'm honestly just from watching this match and researching what you told me about him and Adam Cole and then just like his podcast in general. Like I'm just like I want to subscribe and start listening to all his podcasts because he's good. He's good. Yeah. He's good. And not only that, but he showed up and he did some callbacks to Shelton Benjamin jumping on the top rope doing the suplex. That was pretty badass. I was like, fuck.
He was the one that did Jeff Hardy Swanton. It wasn't Logan Paul. It was Pat McAfee.
It was Pat McAfee. Yeah, you're right. He
missed.
Yeah, he missed. Yeah. But dude showed up. And then of course, he's going up against Austin Theory, who's apparently Vince McMahon's protege. Again, it speaks to Austin Theory that like Pat McAfee has enough trust in him to take care of him in the ring, which he did. And not only that, but Austin Theory like sold his moves, everything like awesome. I nothing bad to say about Austin Theory at all.
Pat McAfee was also the one in night one when
Shinsuke,
when Boogs and
dancing on the table.
Yeah, dancing on the table.
Yeah,
I missed that part. Yeah. I wish.
Yeah, he's like,
I love when he does that.
Yeah, he gets all excited. It's a good match, man. I was happy about it. Again, this is where the match finishes. He beats Austin Theory.
He's got some moves, Pat McAfee, and everything.
Yeah.
He's got for being NFL.
I just kind of wish he would have came out in something a little different than what he came out in.
The theme song or the
no
attire.
The attire.
Okay.
Well, he looked like he was dressed like a mini almost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And then of course,
and I don't know if y'all noticed it, but it was also like real sparkling too.
It was. Yeah, it was. Actually, yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then you get old Vinnie Mac. After his protege loses, Austin Pat McAfee calls up.
Well, Vince McMahon was already sitting out there watching the whole match.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then
just in case y'all are wondering what I'm drinking now, it's the Power and Light Session IPA from Independence Brewery in Austin, Texas. So
classic
Texas brew right there.
What does this one look like right here?
It's good, man. That one's good.
Pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah.
I like what the IPAs are real quick. Like they make them like designs, all these cool like drawings and everything. Then you got like the regular beers, like, just a plain can. I'm like, man, this is awesome right here.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
I enjoy that. Anyways.
So yeah, then you get Vinnie Mac coming in the ring, taking off his shirt, and he's still jacked for his age. But yeah,
how funny was it that he was already sweating underneath?
Oh yeah, like what the hell?
Blue was the wrong choice.
Right.
Me personally, I could have dealt without that. I could have dealt with the whole match part. Like there was one. I think the only thing that impressed me during that match was when he punted the ball into his into his ribs and he pinned him. But I'm just like, other than that, I was just like, why are we doing this? It would have been better if like he would have like challenged him and he got in the ring, took off his stuff, and then Austin Theory interferes and whatever, and then Stone Cold comes out. Not a whole damn match.
Save him, yeah.
I was like, why do we gotta have like, what y'all doing this right now? Like, really, like.
And it went from Pat McAfee kicking ass in that match to all of a sudden, he couldn't like touch Vince at all. I'm like, what? Like, really? Like,
yeah. And I even remember you guys were like, I think I said, Stone Cold's gonna come out. Stone Cold, and you're like, no, there's no way. Yeah. There's no way because the match after was the main event.
He's not gonna steal the main event.
Y'all were all like, no, because Lesnar and Reigns, they wouldn't want to come out to a Stone Cold thing, and then sure enough, after Vince McMahon humiliates McAfee,
I think this is where the night starts to I mean, granted, I love when Stone Cold came out. I love the moment him and Vince in the ring, minus that terrible stunner.
Which I got on video. But
that right there is your ring rust right there. On both of them.
Oh yeah, dude. Especially Vince McMahon. Like, how many stunners have you taken in your career?
And then
how do you not know that when he kicks you, he's gonna set up for the stunner? Don't. Ooh, like, what were you thinking?
That's where he messed up.
Like, there was one part where, like, after he had stunned him and he was on the floor, Stone Cold's drinking beers, but he goes back and starts kicking Vince McMahon, and he's laying there. He starts kicking. And he goes, oh shit! And then he goes out of the ring. I'm like.
But I'm surprised Vince McMahon fell onto the mat like the way he kind of did.
Like you could tell. Like,
I mean, he still looks jacked, but you could tell he's aged at the same time too.
So I was just like I liked it because of like I just
classic.
remember seeing Roman and Stone Cold in the ring together. I love that, and then I also love how like Stone Cold, he's in the ring drinking his beers, and like. Doesn't matter who won the match, lost the match. He's gonna stun everybody. So Pat McAfee, come in the ring, get him a beer.
Well, at least he let McAfee get four beers.
Yeah, get up there, do his thing, whatever. Come back, give him 2 more beers. Boom, boom, get him with this stunner.
Spits his beer out.
And I just like Stone Cold's reaction. He just keeps laughing like ha.
And then not only that, but then like
come on, guy.
But then McAfee's already like on the floor to the side, and then they show a shot of him. He's on the floor with the beer,
just still drinking.
He's still drinking. I was like, damn, that is badass. Like, and then like I remember listening because again on TikTok someone posted his podcast, and he still has like the bruises and stuff. He goes, yeah, I got roughed up. He goes, I was drunk. I guess after WrestleMania he got all fucked up, and then like he was all hungover, and he was all like. He goes, all that the Stone Cold stuff wasn't planned. He goes, I didn't know he was going to give me a stunner, and he gave me the stunner. And he was all like, it was a dream come true. And I was like, that's badass, dude. Like, I'm so like, oh, it makes me smile.
Well, 2 things I want to say. Well, the first one, like you said earlier, like this whole last minute thing, with Stone Cold coming out, getting one more pop. Yeah, it makes more sense now that you said that. Like, Vince thought I was like, take this opportunity right now. Use Stone Cold one more time.
Who has a bigger head than Vince McMahon,
Oh, yeah. Like, that makes more sense. And 2, it's always an honor if you drink a beer with Stone Cold and get stunned afterwards. Yeah. I would take one. Hell yeah.
Dude, how many times have you seen someone drink a beer?
I would either take a stunner or a chokeslam from Undertaker.
I would take a
stunner.
A stunner. No, I'm saying I would take either or.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm taking a stunner.
But it's always an honor.
Yeah, it's just an honor.
From the right,
not Tombstone. I just don't want to be in between his balls.
But yeah, it's always an honor to take a stunner from the rattlesnake. So hell yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Broken Skull.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Then we got the greatest match of all time.
I don't want to say the greatest match of all time, but the greatest setup match of all time. For the
champion
versus champion,
unified,
the WWE Championship and the WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns being the Universal and Brock Lesnar being the WWE.
I will say this: coming into this match, this is the most I've loved Brock Lesnar. Him and his own, him doing his thing, his cowboy thing. He's just, like
he's having fun.
He's having fun.
So much fun.
He looks so happy out there.
And now we know why he was having so much fun.
Right.
I mean, because the result of the match, I think he knew what was gonna happen, so he was just having fun with it. He wasn't gonna take it that serious.
Okay, the end of the match, I believe, was not planned. Because there was that part where Brock gets him in the what do you call it?
Armbar
something clutch. It's like I forgot what it's called. He gets him in this finishing this submission where he bends his elbow behind his back. Mm-hmm. It's a UFC submission move. And Brock Lesnar, like he's again like he's a professional. He's selling it. Roman is selling it. He lets go. Because fucking he's reaching for the ropes and you see fucking Paul Heyman slimy little hand push the rope.
Yeah.
I didn't see it until they showed the replay.
I saw it in light.
I didn't notice that.
I saw like a hand like just go. I was like,
And then,
you know what? I was looking at Roman's face. Like, he was in agony. That's what I was looking at.
And then you hear Roman he's like, get up, Roman, get up. And he's all like, it's out. It's out. He goes, it's out. And he's like, he's touching his thing. I think that they had to cut it short. Someone had told me, I think I was talking to somebody at work today, and they're like, yeah, like, apparently Lesnar was hurt too. I'm like, well, I didn't see him get hurt. Maybe it might have been during the spear. The thing is, like, with these Roman matches, it's like, I feel like most of his matches, like, okay, we know that Brock Lesnar is a good wrestler. He's been in the ring with some of the greatest.
Oh, yeah.
The Undertaker, Kurt Angle, John Cena. He's been in the ring with plenty of guys. And he's
when
experienced.
He did that somersault with Kurt Angle.
Oh, that was ugly.
Like we know he has experience, and granted, yes, I know Roman comes from a family.
And not only that, but to get like hurt like that, and then eventually go into the UFC. I mean, I know a lot of people hated him in the UFC, but he killed it in the UFC as well.
Oh yeah,
and and then to come back too.
Dude, one of my favorite matches is seeing him throw fucking Roman Reigns around. I love it. But
I feel like with that somersault that failed, he should have redeemed himself. Try it one more time, but with Roman. Redeem himself.
No,
it's not a good idea. But
dude, that dude is fucking jacked.
Now, yeah, before, yeah, but now just but it would be cool to see.
So yeah, and again, I know Roman comes from a wrestling family, whatever, but
I mean, who doesn't? Cody Rhodes comes from a wrestling family.
Yeah, but at this
Randy
point,
Orton.
Cody Rhodes is
Randy
such a and Orton, like they've
I
built up his experience.
I just get that how far back it goes with Roman Reigns.
But at the same time too, like their matches are exciting. Their matches are unique. They're complex. Like they do different things. Roman is just doing the same shit over and over. A spear. Oh my god, the Superman punch. Oh my god, I hate that. I hate it. And he resorts to the same moves every time. What did I tell you? Because I remember there was like a questionnaire before WrestleMania started. Like, what's the first move it's gonna hit? Spear. It's gonna be a spear. It's always gonna be a fucking spear.
What was it on
DraftKings?
DraftKings.
Yeah, it was gonna be a spear. Sure enough, Roman Reigns. The first finishing move in the match was Roman Reigns doing a spear to the barricade. There's another spear, and in gratitude, like. I just feel like it makes Brock Lesnar look bad because Brock Lesnar is a much better wrestler than just doing finisher.
Does
after
Roman Reigns
finisher.
have a submission move?
The guillotine.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I just felt like it was such a disappointment.
I think it would have been better had Roman Reigns gotten Brock Lesnar in a guillotine and then the submission.
If you would have made him tap, yes, that would have been awesome to make it Brock Lesnar tap. If you would have made Brock Lesnar tap, then I would acknowledge you like you want everybody to do. But the fact that you spear him, you do your stupid little fucking jack punch, what do you want to fucking call it? And then you pin him, I don't believe that for a second. Especially how much as Brock Lesnar is being built up. This fact, like that would be cool. I love when it does that. I just hate that it's just a spear. Everybody does this, not everybody, but Edge does a better spear than Roman Reigns.
Batista does a better spear.
Batista does a better spear.
Goldberg,
Goldberg for God's sakes does a better spear than Goldberg.
I'm not saying that Goldberg invented the spear, but he fucking improved it.
His fucking shoulder, boom!
The way he would take him down, dude. It was like a tackle. It was like him tackling somebody.
He used to be a former NFL, not NFL, but college, I believe, something like that.
I love. Back in the day when Goldberg came back and he came back to the Rock and he's like, Rock, you're next. And Rock is wearing that vest and he has a bald head that is Hollywood Rock. And he's like, what? And he's supposed to boom. Rock sells that shit so good.
Rock sells a lot of shit.
He's in so much agony. I remember that.
Yes. That is awesome. And it's just like Roman Reigns. I just feel like he could be so much better if he does more stuff in the ring as opposed to him just resorting to always doing a fucking finisher. I don't know, man. It gets boring and it just gets stale. And I feel like this main event, as much as they were hyping it up, and this is why I was most excited about the second night, because okay, I love all the matches that have already happened, but they're building up this match. It's gonna be good, and it wasn't. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? And now what are they gonna do? I can't. I just. In my mind, I just don't believe the fact that Brock Lesnar would get pinned like that and not show back up. Like that wasn't a acknowledge me kind of win. That was just like a win, like any other. Again, Steven had a good idea. If he would have submitted him and made Brock Lesnar tap, oh shit, he made Brock Lesnar tap. Oh, then we have no other choice than to acknowledge him. But they didn't do that. And granted, maybe it was because like he was hurt. And if that's the situation, then fuck, the way to botch your main event. But that to me, if he was hurt, that just speaks how good Brock Lesnar was. You know, that he, fucking hurt him. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I was so disappointed with that. I'm interested to see what's going on right now in SmackDown. Because I know Roman Reigns came out, and even, like, Kevin Owens came out and, like, acknowledged him. I'm just
really?
Like, yeah, like, they have, like, video of him coming out, and I acknowledge you. I'm just like, why? Like,
you were battling him, like, a year ago. Why would you?
Like, why are we doing this? Like, if you're going to build up Roman Reigns to be this, like, this overpowering, like, force in the WWE that people just cannot beat, right now, I do not believe that at all. I believe that even fucking Bobby Lashley come in and fucking wreck Roman Reigns.
Well, before this match even started, I gotta be honest here. I saw I saw a lot of things coming. I saw the Spirit of the Barricade coming. Either Brock or Roman was gonna take it. I saw that coming. I saw the referee getting knocked out of the match coming. I saw that one. I saw the low blow coming.
Yeah.
I saw Brock getting hit with the belt coming. I'm like, oh, come on, dude.
See,
like
again, like he just
it's so predictable.
Yeah,
I saw it coming.
Kind of everything you would expect came.
Yeah, that's like I'm like, oh, I saw this all coming.
Which would have kind of given like the classic WWE match.
Yeah, which like at this point when you're building up that much, a classic WWE match just doesn't do it. Like it doesn't do it. If you're gonna build it up this much, am I shit out?
Yeah, you sound weird, but no, I think you're good.
Can y'all hear me pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. You're good. I don't know why I sound all echoey.
Yeah. So I mean, like even nowadays, like with the referee getting knocked out, it's like really like before we were like, oh no, the referee got knocked out. Like now it's just like, fucking idiot got in the way again.
But I'm just eager to see what's gonna happen next. I'm eager to see.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm glad what you thought what was gonna happen at the end did not happen.
Oh, with The Rock.
Oh
yes, yeah. A certain part of me is happy that did not happen because
it would have been too predictable.
Yes, and also would have just taken away from other stuff that's happening, like Stone Cold coming back, all this stuff. But it does make sense that next WrestleMania is in Hollywood. Who do you have in Hollywood that is, the most well known in your family? It is The Rock.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
I hope not.
Hey,
but again,
he did say wants one more match.
But again, and that'll be the ultimate, like, putting over somebody is putting over your cousin, nephew, whatever he is. But at the same time, this dude needs to prove himself. And I just don't think he has not.
Ooh, you know what it is? I know exactly what it's gonna be.
What?
It's gonna be it is gonna be The Rock promoting Black Adam.
Oh my god. That's
exactly what it's gonna be.
It's like Bad Bunny coming to WrestleMania just to promote his tour. Remember?
Hey, dude, but when he came out in Royal Rumble, dude, that was a surprise, and he fucking did good. Mm-hmm. Surprisingly,
yeah.
I think he was preparing this time.
Dude, it's funny because like on TikTok, I've been going to TikTok and I always see videos of like Bad Bunny like concerts, and for some reason there's a trend going on where like people go to his concerts dressed like
as a shark,
inflatable sharks, and like he always invites them to the front. And I see a bunch of sharks in the front. Like it's so funny. Like I love it.
My friend's gonna see him in Houston. She's like, "Give me a costume." I'm like, "Hey, I'll do it. Just you better wear it. You better get in front of it. Better be worth it."
Oh my god.
But must be so uncomfortable. But still, different topic. Anyways.
So you guys got anything else to say about? I mean, I know I talked a lot about this Roman thing. That's kind of a little rant that I wanted to go on today. It was a little less angry than I thought, but
so besides like everything I saw coming and everything, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't the greatest like they said it was gonna be.
Yeah, and it should have been. It really should have been. I had high hopes for this match, and that's why when it ended, I was like, I
really didn't. But I was just kind of hoping that it was going to be at least entertaining, which it was.
Yes,
it was.
No.
For the most part, it was. I mean, like Alex said, there was a lot of predictable stuff in there, but
yeah,
you know.
It was just like at the time when the match was happening, and I don't know if you felt this. I don't know. Like I was just like, can this fucking end already? Like it's already late.
Yeah,
I'm fucking tired. Yeah. Like this. Like I'm waiting around for this bullshit. Like when it ended, I'm like, really? That's what I waited.
Yeah, I know you were pissed off. You were mad.
Were you?
He was mad. And he was mad because like even at a certain point, he was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. Tell the puppy to shut up. And Erica, my wife Erica, was like, "What's wrong?" And I go, "He's mad because his favorite wrestler lost."
Hey, not my favorite wrestler.
I just said that because you know.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, he could tell you was.
I was annoyed, and I knew you were tired too. And I was just like, because I remember you kept checking the timer, like this Pat McAfee match is right now. Okay.
I thought they canceled it. I'm like, this would have been like a sooner match. You would have thought, but no, this like.
Yeah, but it actually turned out to be better than the fucking main event.
Stone Cold, yeah. I mean.
So.
And then that took a while too, you know. Stone Cold, you know, doing the Stone Cold thing.
Yeah. I mean, it was getting annoying. Like this is just dragging it.
I know, like we saw this last night. Like you did your beer thing, you made a mess. Just go on to the main event.
Like, dude, like someone's got to work in the morning. Someone's got to go to school. It's like, dude, like.
Right, we don't all live in Texas. Oh shit, we do.
But I enjoyed my time with you guys, though. I enjoyed that. But just, you know, WWE pissed me off again. Yeah.
Just like they always do, classic WWE.
But again, overall, I think aside from that main event, I think the whole WrestleMania weekend, those 2 nights were incredible. I had more fun than I did, like less fun. You know what I mean? Like there was more ups than there were downs. That's what I'm trying to say. The downs were
and one of the things that I love about wrestling is like I know I wasn't here most of the time watching the matches with you guys, but but you know that was one thing that I used to love about wrestling back in the day was watching it with people, watching it with other people, you know, not just watching it by yourself, and, it's entertaining, whatever, to watch it by yourself, but then like to watch it with somebody and then like, oh my god, you know, and then, you know, kind of like, oh, I knew that was gonna happen,
yeah.
Or, you know, stuff like that, you know.
It's like Eddie's like, what is gonna happen? I'm like, I think this is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. It's gonna build to this. I'm like,
man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you could have been here, but you weren't.
Yeah.
you want to hang out with your other friends?
Oh, hey, you want to hang out? You want to hang out? You want to hang out with the league champion over there?
Which, by the way, I came in second. I was right behind them. I was right behind them.
Sorry, you're still in second.
It's always next year.
So if you guys are done, I'm done.
I'm done.
But overall, it was a great WrestleMania. You know, I can't really complain a lot.
It was.
Out of 5 stars, I would give it 4.2.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Eddie?
You know what? 4.3.
4.3.
I agree with 4.2.
Yeah.
We'll give you that extra 110. I want to know. What can you...
Sasha.
All right, guys. So that's pretty much gonna be it for this episode of Geeking and Drinking. Again, you know, thank you, Alex, for coming out, hanging out with us.
Thank you for having me here. You know, I enjoyed this.
We'll definitely do this again.
Hey, we have to get you and Josh at the same time.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we'll get you and Slim Zink here.
Just real quick, Slim Zink introduced me to these guys right here.
Yeah, look at his tattoos. All his tats are from Slim's himself.
Oh yeah, except for this one right here.
Yeah,
but done by a good friend of his in Austin. But everything else on me, been done by him.
Yes,
great guy.
Yeah. So, yep, that's it. Cheers, guys. I know you're done, but you know.
Cheers. Cheers.